Alright, so back in 2017, I just passed my 12th standard with some horrible grades, but somehow me and my parents were happy with that because they thought that I'll definitely fail in that. But by God's grace, no. I think by the girl's grace who sat in front of me, I passed my exam successfully. Just kidding. So I started roaming here and there on my cute little Activa, feeling proud that I passed my exams. But few of my friends bought new bikes. I was kind of jealous. And even I wanted a bike. I was like, chalo, I passed my exam successfully. Now I'm big enough to ask my parents to give me a motorcycle. Later I asked my parents about it and I got the same reply which you got when you asked about your first bike. And forgot about how I convinced and confused my parents to get that motorcycle. You can even imagine it. And that is the actual story behind my motorcycle and that is how I got it. And let's quickly get out from here and get into the actual topic. Apparently, this is the condition of my motorcycle after touring about 5,500 kilometers to the north and to the west and back to the south. Actually, I did nothing to my motorcycle after that long trip. Actually, I haven't got any chance to use it because most of the time is lockdown, right? I kept it aside. So basically, every motorcycle has its own pros and cons, and we choose our motorcycle as per our taste and as per the comfortness and as per the features which we really like in that. But in my case, this motorcycle is completely unexpected. Only God knows why I choose this motorcycle. I was like, everyone is buying a bullet, so even I should own a bullet. So that is how this motorcycle landed in my life. So I'm not here to tell you the pros of this motorcycle because you can find many videos about that. But I'll share you the problems which I personally faced from the day I booked this motorcycle. So when I went to the showroom to book this motorcycle with my parents, obviously, as you all know, there was at least 2 to 3 months of waiting period to get this motorcycle. So after hearing that, my dad was like, literally for 2 to 3 months of waiting period for a motorcycle is completely no-brainer thing, and he was like, let's go for other brand or something like that. But I was completely mad about this motorcycle, and I was like, no, I want this motorcycle and I just want only this motorcycle, and I madly waited for at least 2 months. And after that 2 months, I went to the showroom to ask about my motorcycle to the salesperson, and the reply which I got from him literally blew my mind that day. He was like, so there is no white color in stock, and he simply said that you don't get this color even if you wait for another 6 months. He asked me to go for lagoon color or something like that. Literally I waited for 2 months for this specific color, and now he is asking me to change my mind. And that day I completely lost my control, and I called my friends and asked them to come to the showroom, and we all together shouted on him like that way, and I don't know what magic happened. He gave me the bike literally on the next day. So that part is over. So after using this motorcycle for a couple of days, I don't know why I'm getting bored with the looks, and I realized that this motorcycle is not meant for me. The whole character of this motorcycle is not matching my own character. So if I tell that to my parents, they would just kick me out of my house, that's for sure. So later, as per my taste, I changed a couple of things to my bike. I changed the handlebar and removed the rear seat, and I black painted the rims, and when it comes to the exhaust, I changed it a couple of times, but now I'm back with the basic one because I think this is the best one to use, at least for me. And today I'll tell you why this motorcycle is not value for money, which we are putting on it in 5 ways. So number 1, lack of features. This bike offers no tubeless tires, no tachometer, no trip meter, no fuel gauge. Literally fuel gauge, you'll get it on TVS XL, right? Then what are you paying for? And number 2, vibrations. This motorcycle offers hell lot of vibrations, and I personally faced many problems because of that. And the vibration coming from this motorcycle is one of the reason behind my both shoulder injuries. And number 3, lack of power. Because of this motorcycle made up of heavy metal, there is hell lot of unnecessary weight on this bike. And when it comes to weight and power ratio, this motorcycle doesn't even act like 350cc and 19 bhp. And if you hit 100 on this thing, it feels like the whole engine will break into parts. That's for sure. And number 4, brakes. There is nothing to talk about that because they don't even exist on this thing. Just because of the poor brakes, I crashed a couple of times. And now in this year, you're getting ABS and the rear disc, but I know they are still not working. And number 5, build quality. The whole fit and finish is not so good, and the metal which we are getting on this motorcycle will get rusted very quickly. And eventually, out of vibration, everything will break into parts. That's for sure. For an example, see these things. These things only happen because of the vibrations, and the mirrors on this thing are completely useless. And if we talk about the touring, we can tour on any motorcycle in this world. I traveled a lot and made it to many places on this motorcycle, but every end of the journey, my bike turned into this shape. I had to spend at least 10 to 15,000 post touring for every time. So I think this video helps you, and just don't forget to check a couple of times before buying any motorcycle. And that's it for today. And if you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more awesomeness, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.